Sean not built for prison.
No, really heavy.
Yeah, he's not built for prison.
Hello, everyone. Today, we are diving deep into one of the biggest and most shocking scandals that has recently rocked the music industry. Sean Kingston, the singer known worldwide for his chart-topping hit Beautiful Girls, is now at the center of a serious legal storm. In this video, we will uncover everything about the explosive $1 million fraud case involving Sean Kingston and his mother. We'll explore how the case unfolded, what it means legally, the impact on Sean's career, and what this could mean for the future, not just for him, but for celebrities facing similar challenges. So make sure you watch till the end.
But the whole thing is, Vlad, when people's on their last leg, you ain't no telling what they could do. You know what they would do. I know what you saying. I understand.
But it wasn't even like, okay, like I get it. You're scamming to pay your rent.
Let me take you back to the beginning. Sean Kingston's real name is Kisean Anderson. He burst onto the music scene in 2007 with Beautiful Girls, a song that quickly became an anthem for millions and made him a household name worldwide. His fresh style, catchy beats, and unique voice turned him into a pop sensation almost overnight. Fans loved him, and industry insiders saw him as a rising star with a bright future. But behind the glitz and glamour, there was trouble brewing. Trouble that would later explode into a full-blown legal crisis.
Dude, why do you think someone who makes legal money and could do shows and, could put out more music starts to scam on the side?
I mean, sometimes I feel like it's the pressure of the industry and keeping up with like the Joneses and, you got to get Richard Milles and like it goes back to the $10,000 jeans and, you know what I mean?
Fast forward to today, Sean Kingston and his mother are facing some very serious accusations. Wire fraud involving over $1 million. What exactly is wire fraud? It's a crime where someone intentionally uses deceptive tactics through electronic communications to steal money or property. It's one of the most serious financial crimes you can be charged with in the United States. Prosecutors allege that Sean Kingston and his mother misled investors, providing false contracts, and doctored financial reports, essentially cheating them out of their money.
I think you did was right. You did the Michael Jackson. Just let it go away. Absolutely. Let it go away. Then you're going to go move on with your life.
But to be honest with you, it was the best thing because I felt like if it was an ongoing thing, it would have kept being in the music.
I think you did was right. You did the Michael Jackson.
Now, let's talk about how this all came to light. The investigation began when several investors noticed discrepancies in their returns and suspicious financial activity related to investments they made with Sean Kingston's ventures. Authorities took notice, and a detailed forensic investigation was launched. For months, forensic accountants combed through emails, bank records, contracts, and communication logs to piece together the puzzle. The evidence, it turns out, was damning. According to court filings, Sean Kingston and his mother knowingly deceived these investors in a complex scheme that involved millions of dollars.
Sean Kingston, have y'all heard about the Sean Kingston shit?
That I do know.
Yeah.
Sean Kingston is definitely a scammer for the mother.
And did he act with intent to defraud? Alongside his mother, Janice Turner, also charged with conspiracy to commit wire fraud and more.
You didn't need to run like that.
We heard from Turner herself in court.
During the trial, the prosecution laid out a clear narrative backed by a mountain of evidence, emails showing attempts to cover up losses, fake documents sent to investors, and financial transactions that simply didn't add up. The defense team argued their case, claiming that Sean Kingston was unaware of the fraudulent activities or that he was misled by others. However, the jury wasn't convinced. They found both Sean Kingston and his mother guilty, and now sentencing looms ahead.
I understand if you're a high school dropout, you can't really get a good job, and you're just trying to figure out ways to pay the bills, and scamming seems like an okay idea at the time, and you're just doing what you got to do. But when you're Sean Kingston, you're being booked for shows.
What? First of all,
$100,000.
What the f is $100,000 TV?
I gotta see the TV.
I gotta
That's
see
cheap though for like a high-end TV, bro. Like this TV right now for like $400,000.
What does that look like?
I've never seen a TV for $100,000.
This case hasn't just stayed in the courtroom. It has ignited a firestorm on social media and in the news. Fans have been left stunned and divided. Some still stand by Sean, hoping it's a misunderstanding or that he can turn things around. Others have expressed disappointment, feeling betrayed by someone they admired. On platforms like Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok, hashtags about the scandal have been trending. with countless users debating the implications of the case. Several celebrities have also spoken out, some stressing the importance of honesty in the public eye, while others have remained silent, perhaps wary of the backlash.
Sean Kingston.
Yeah.
Now, you've dealt with Sean Kingston before.
Yeah.
I know Sean Kingston. Cool dude. Nothing bad to say about him.
What they give him, 20 years, 10 years?
Him and his mom are facing 20 years each.
So did they get sentenced or?
No, not yet. They were found guilty for over $1 million in fraud. Jewelry, luxury vehicles, 200-inch TVs, an Escalade worth $160,000, jewelry worth $480,000.
What he was, now the jewelry I used to hear about, but I would hear he would like, have the jewelers come to the video shoots to use it, and then he just like disappeared on it.
Not give it back.
Legally speaking, wire fraud charges carry heavy penalties. If sentenced to prison, Sean Kingston and his mother could face years behind bars, hefty fines, and the permanent damage to their reputations. It's a harsh reality that many celebrities avoid until it hits close to home. What makes this case even more impactful is that it involves a family member, Sean's own mother. This adds a tragic dimension, as it's not just a business failure, but a personal one that affects family, trust, and dynamics.
A funny story of my homeboy who was actually like, he does industry, and he even has like a personal encounter with Sean Kingston that went left, and I'm like, oh yeah, this is a scammer. Hey, I explained it to sum it up. So basically, my homie, he a cameraman or whatever, and Sean Kingston booked him to go to Vegas. He had a tour, or not a tour, he had like 2 to 3 shows lined up in Vegas. Like, look, I'm gonna book you, come out here to come Vegas, whatever.
Looking at the broader impact, this scandal could have devastating consequences for Sean Kingston's music career. Record labels and sponsors are often quick to distance themselves from controversy to protect their own brands. This could mean lost contracts, canceled tours, and a steep drop in popularity. However, history has shown us that many celebrities have managed to bounce back after scandals, sometimes stronger than ever. Whether Sean Kingston can do the same remains to be seen, but it's clear he has a long and difficult road ahead.
Sean Kingston got signed. He was like maybe 17, 18 years old at the time. His mom was in prison for identity theft. So he grew up in this scammer kind of lifestyle.
Yeah, she already was doing it. And he just made it to where they could really do it.
Ahead, this story also serves as a cautionary tale. Whether you're a celebrity, entrepreneur, or just someone managing personal finances, the importance of transparency, honesty, and ethical business practices cannot be overstated. Fraud not only ruins lives but also destroys trust, a currency far more valuable than money. It reminds us that success means nothing without integrity. So, what's your take on all this? Do you believe Sean Kingston and his mother are victims of circumstance or guilty as charged? How do you think this scandal will affect his future in the music industry? And more broadly, what lessons should other celebrities learn from this case? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. We love hearing from you. If you found this video insightful, please give it a thumbs up, share it with friends, and subscribe to our channel for more in-depth stories like this. Thanks for watching, and stay tuned for more updates.
Mom was in jail, right?
She was.
Right. Okay.
Mom was in jail. What? This
long
time ago.
5
years. When he first came
5
out.
years.
5 years.
Jesus Christ. What'd she do?
Yeah, you just make it. It's crazy, but you know.
Ahead. So now, the world watches. Some people are hoping for justice, others for redemption. But in either case, this moment, this scandal, is a defining one. Not just for Sean Kingston, but for the culture that creates, lifts, and then so quickly condemns its stars. Let's take a step back and look at Sean as more than a headline. Behind the fame, behind the catchy hooks, is a human being. A man who grew up in challenging circumstances, who rose quickly, and maybe wasn't ready for everything that came with the spotlight. Fame, especially when it arrives young, doesn't come with a manual. It's easy to fall into the trap of lifestyle inflation, fake friendships, bad business decisions, and sometimes desperation.
Was that one piece, or did he just keep coming back, giving the dude jury?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure about the details. But facing 20 years, him and his mother. And his mother is obviously older, doesn't look like she's in great health. And I think he was like screaming for his mother and stuff like that because she's
been to prison before, right?
She has.
They're going to give her more time than him.
Oh.
Because of her priors.
Because of her priors. I just, man, like, I remember.
Sean not built for prison.
No.
And then there's his mother, who isn't just a co-defendant in this legal case, but a central figure in his life. For years, she was by his side, managing, supporting, even protecting him. But was she a guiding hand or an enabler? Was she pulling the strings, or was she just trying to help her son succeed in a brutal industry? The answers may never be fully clear, but the questions are worth asking. Because this story isn't just about crime, it's about relationships, about trust, about how things go wrong when personal bonds and business decisions blur together. In fact, many fans are now revisiting old interviews and clips of Sean Kingston, looking for signs they might have missed, hints of the chaos beneath the surface, comments about money, glimpses of pressure. Some are seeing the puzzle pieces fall into place now, years later. Others are still in disbelief.
You've worked with Justin Bieber and a whole bunch of other artists. You could work with more artists and people actually respect you out there because you've been around. And you're doing all this to get a whole bunch of luxury items?
Yeah.
Escalades and jewelry and 200-inch TVs.
Tony Yayo from G Unit provided insight into the pressure artists face to maintain appearances in the industry.
So now he goes in, you go on your shell, you're like, man, I got to get it on my own, man. Go get change, go get cars, you scam, do whatever you do supposedly, but you got found guilty, so I guess you're guilty. And you're trying to impress that don't give a fuck about you, and that don't give a fuck about you. See, that's where the game is up.
And amid all this chaos, a bigger question looms. Is the music industry itself partly to blame? We've seen this story before. Young artists given sudden access to fame, fortune, and power with little guidance. They become products before they even understand who they are as people. And when they make mistakes, they're tossed aside like broken merchandise. Is it fair? Or is the system broken? Meanwhile, Sean's silence speaks volumes. He hasn't made a public statement since the verdict. No Instagram Live, no heartfelt apology, no press conference, just silence. Is he being strategic, waiting for the right time, or is he just overwhelmed, unsure of what to say when millions of eyes are watching and judging? And in that silence, speculation grows. Will he attempt a comeback? Will he issue a public apology, maybe accompanied by a new single? Will he shift the blame, or will he take full ownership? Or will he fade away?
I think you did was right. You did the Michael Jackson. Just let it go away. Absolutely.
Let it go away. Then you're going to go
move on with your life.
But to be honest with you, it was the best thing because I felt like if it was an ongoing thing, it would have kept being in the
I think you did was right. You did the Michael Jackson.
A once bright star now dimmed by scandal. But here's the truth. Stories like these don't end in courtrooms. They echo for years. Through reputation, through fans' memories, through the artists who come next and try to learn from the mistakes of those before them. What happens to a person when their world crashes so publicly? Do they rebuild brick by brick, or do they disappear, haunted by what could have been? It's a question that's been asked before, and will be asked again. Think of other stars who went through public scandals. Some survived and even thrived. Others couldn't recover. Think of Chris Brown, whose career bounced back despite massive backlash. Or R. Kelly, whose actions led to a complete downfall. The difference often comes down to accountability, timing, and public sentiment. As we wait for the sentencing, one thing is certain. This case will be studied, discussed, and remembered for years to come. Not just for its legal implications, but for the human drama behind it. So, as we wrap up, here's a final thought. In an age where fame is fleeting, where one wrong move can cost you everything, the true measure of a person isn't just how high they climb. It's how they respond when they fall. Thank you so much for staying with us through this deep dive. If you appreciated the honesty and depth of this breakdown, make sure to like the video, share it with someone who follows pop culture or law, and subscribe for more insightful content. And now, we turn to you. What do you think Sean Kingston should do next? Should he apologize publicly? Do you think he deserves a second chance? Or is this a line that can't be uncrossed? Let us know in the comments. We'll be reading. This is BuzzDose, signing off. Stay sharp, stay honest, and always look beyond the headlines.
He goes in, you go in your shell, you're like, man, I got to get it on my own, man. Go get change, go get cars, you scam, do whatever you do supposedly, but you got found guilty, so I guess you're guilty. And you're trying to impress that don't give a fuck about you and that don't give a fuck about you. See, that's where the game is up.